tragedy, the mass shooting at a high school in Georgia. This is the 8th school shooting of the new school year in the United States. 4 people were killed, 2 students and 2 teachers. 9 more people were wounded, 8 of them students.
We are learning more about the victims of this tragedy and the suspected gunman, a student at the school, just 14 years old. He will be charged with murder as an adult. Aaron Katursky is standing by with the very latest on the investigation. But first, Faith Abube starts us off on the scene there at the high school in Georgia. Good morning, Faith.
Good morning to you, Robin. Flags here on campus were flying at half-staff this morning. This community just now beginning to process the horrific events that happened inside this high school behind me. Overnight, officials reassuring this community that there was only one shooter and that teenage suspect remains in custody this morning. This morning, an urgent investigation underway after police say a 14-year-old went on a shooting rampage inside a Georgia high school, killing 2 fellow students, 2 teachers, and injuring 9 others.
I never imagined that I would be speaking to the media in my career over something that happened today, the pure evil that happened today.
Officials identifying the suspect as Colt Gray, a student at the school.
He will be charged with murder and he will be tried as an adult.
This student, Lila, told CNN the shooter was in her math class. She says he abruptly left the class and then tried to get back inside.
They lock automatically, so you have to be let in to come back into our classroom. So I think he wanted to come to us first to shoot us class. He turns to the classroom to what would have been my right, and he just starts to shoot, and you hear like about 10 to 15 rounds back to back. He never really talked. He was pretty quiet. He wasn't there most times. Either he just didn't come to school or he just would skip class. But even when he would have talked, it was one-word answers or short statements.
Police say calls of an active shooter started coming in around 10:20 Tuesday morning.
What's happening to the high school? I don't know.
Within minutes, they were on campus helping the school resource officers already at the scene. Officers finding the suspect with an AR-15 style rifle. They say he surrendered without incident.
The shooter quickly realized that if he did not give up, that it would end with an OIS, or an officer-involved shooting. He gave up, got on the ground.
In this video from our affiliate WSB, police seen investigating the alleged shooter's house for evidence. Authorities identifying the victims as 14-year-old students Mason Shammerhorn and Christian Angulo, teachers Richard Aspinwall and Christina Eremy. Senior Fabian Williford was in class when he heard the first round of gunshots.
The guns sound like balloon popping, but like 10 times louder.
Sophomore Alexandra Romero filming this video from inside her classroom. Officers leading her class to safety.
I saw like my math teacher, and he was all covered. I saw blood everywhere.
10th grade world history teacher Stephen Cramble protecting roughly 28 students when his class was notified they were on a hard lockdown.
There was a second of like, in my head, I just felt death like cross my mind, where there was a moment where I'm like, I might die today.
11th grader Henry Vanderwalt frantically texting his mother, I think there was a school shooting. We heard gunshots and the police shouting. We're all in hard lockdown. Moments later texting, I love you. Gwendolyn Cook rushing to the football field where the students were safely gathering, looking for her grandkids, alongside hundreds of other frantic parents.
Everybody came to get their children.
Overnight, an emotional vigil.
We are praying for you and for our community.
A heartbroken community gathering together amid tragedy. And Michael, a bit of good news here this morning. Officials telling us that all 9 victims who were injured will not only survive, but they will recover well. Meantime, the school is closed for the rest of the week as investigators try to figure out the motive. Michael.
And our thoughts and prayers with those families there. Faith, thank you so much for that. And let's bring in senior investigative reporter Aaron Katursky with the latest on the 14-year-old suspected gunman. Good morning, Aaron.
And good morning to you, Michael. Still hard to believe, 14 years old. And this appears to be yet another school shooting where the warning signs were clear. In May of last year, the FBI received anonymous tips about online threats to shoot up a school. The FBI traced those threatening posts on a gaming site to a then 13-year-old, but found no reason to arrest arrest him. That same teen is now accused of killing 2 classmates and 2 teachers at his high school. At the time of the threats, the local sheriff questioned the teen and his father, who said that while he kept hunting guns in the house, his son did not have unsupervised access to them. But on Wednesday, police said the teen came to Appalachia High School in Georgia with an AR-style rifle and opened fire. Police are investigating still how he got the gun and how he managed to bring it inside. Right now, it does not appear, we're told, that he specifically targeted the victims. Investigators are now confident he acted alone, but they're still looking to talk to anybody who knew him. They've been searching his home and interviewing his parents, trying to determine a motive for what is the first deadly K-12 school shooting in Georgia in 25 years. All teachers at the school are equipped with a device that can alert the sheriff's department in an emergency. Those devices have only been in place for about a week, George, and thankfully in this case they were.
Yeah, okay, Aaron, thanks very much. We're going to get the